And good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Hawk Talk. We're glad to have you along here. Jack Benedict here, Coach Tom McConnell with us to begin with, and we'll have Coach Lombardi along a little bit later on. We talk IUP basketball, coming to you live from the C.H. Craft Kitchen here at the Hilton Garden Inn. So glad to have you along. We've had a topsy-turvy, wild, and crazy season, and we never know from one game to the next, Coach, of who's going to be playing for your team, the home team, who's on the visitors, when we're playing. It's been nothing like it, huh?
It's been interesting. It's been challenging. Interesting is probably the best word.
Probably.
Yeah, we, it hit for us, right when we came back from Christmas break. Players went home and they have an 8-day break and they get to be with their family and friends, and we were back a day or two and had maybe one practice, and boom,
it hit.
All of a sudden it hit, and it just went through the team. And so we had a lot of sessions, when they came back, where as many as 10 players in quarantine at one time, and we would practice. We'd have 3 players at one practice, and then eventually it went to 5 and 6. But we were still doing things like where we had to practice one player at a basket and kind of stay away from each other. We were working them out just to get their skills sharp and do a little conditioning with them. And then now we're back. We've had probably, I think, 4 practices as a team in 2 games, and so. And you can see just every day it just gets a little bit better, the rhythm, the timing, the conditioning. And different players are in different places based on how sick they were, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
And so you kind of really, early on we really had to monitor that and watch players' minutes and watch their, how they felt, because you can't come right back in and do too much too soon.
Yeah, so they weren't all at the same level. They were different levels.
No, exactly.
Boy, that's got to be really tough on just everybody, trying to get everybody together and play a game. And finally, after December 19th, and finally you got back and back into action and played. Now, for you fans maybe that haven't kept up to date with what's going on, the team is now 10-3 and 4-3 in the conference. You've lost the last 2 games. We did the game last night in Greensburg against Seton Hill that leads the pack. Is it surprising that Seton Hill is number 1 or not?
Well, I don't think in the preseason polls that everybody looked and said that they would be, on top at this point in time. But now after watching everybody and seeing all the teams, and you just see the infusion of good young talent that they have to go with their veterans, I don't think there's anybody that's surprised. It's a very skilled, well-coached basketball team.
Yeah, they do. They have some veteran players. They have some grad students.
Right.
And when you make the combination, that's something they've been building on for quite a while. How tough has it been trying to get everybody, your club, on the same page? And then all of a sudden, we found out after the Shippensburg game that Courtney Alexander goes down with a broken wrist. I briefly talked with her last night. Players always say, I'm going to be back by such and such. What is the time frame as of this moment on Courtney?
Yeah, first of all, it's an amazing story. She did it in the first half of the Shippensburg game and stayed in the game, didn't tell anybody, didn't really feel it, she said, until after the game. But all she did was in the second half of that game was break the school record for threes. She ended up making 9 for the game, and just wasn't feeling right the next day. And so she was home, break had started, she went and got checked, and sure enough, it was a fracture in her wrist of her shooting hand. She shot the ball, was backpedaling, fell, and when she went to break her fall, that's when the fracture occurred. And so she's an amazing young person. Yeah, she really is. She is working so hard right now. Today, every day, she's out there with our coaches and, Coach Cam or Coach Lexi, and she's just as she's got the splint on one hand, and she's going through all the drills. She dribbling and drives with her left hand, and so she's really excited to come back and rejoin the team. We'll get some news in late January about her. She'll get re-examined in late January, and we hope to have her back by the 1st of February.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, and she's well, you had to. You had to change your strategy too. I mean, she is a three-point shooter. She, as indicated by that last game, and what we've seen in the past. So that changes the perspective of the opposite team too. They're looking and say, well, if Courtney's not there, we can back off. We can play it differently. It's a whole new ball game. Yeah,
and as a coach, you always try to reframe things for your team and try to make it into a positive. And I just think that other players are now getting an opportunity. Raja is getting an opportunity to start and begin the game, and other players are getting more minutes, and their role is expanding. And so I think from the Gannon game to last night's game at Seton Hill, I thought you saw the growth of Raja. Just emerging as a potential another scorer for us, and that's something that we really need. And maybe you don't find that out, or she doesn't do that if Courtney's still in there. And so, Kara Bachman, I think, has displayed that she is a very capable scorer. Just knocked down some shots again last night. Had 15 in I think the win over Shippensburg. So. Those are good things, and so when Courtney does come back, now hopefully we're deeper and we're a little bit stronger.
Yeah. Kiara said back-to-back double digits. Let's go to last night's game. 71-59 was the final score, with Seton Hill coming up with the win. There was first of all, we don't blame officials, and I try to stay out of it too when I'm doing a game. If there's a controversial call or this or that, it's a tough game to officiate. I don't know. I give a lot of credit to these people. 22 fouls against IUP, 10 against. So you have to change things there. And that second period, they were at the line the whole second quarter, and then that gave them a lead at the half.
Yeah, I thought their guards did a very good job of penetrating with the basketball, and we need to do a better job next time we play them, our next game, of, as we say, guard your yard, guard the man in front of you, but also of team defense, of building walls and keeping people out of the lane. And so I credit, Seton Hill with being able to get into the lane and get to the basket and, draw those fouls. And so hopefully that's something that we can correct and we can get better at moving forward here.
I'm going to get to a play in the third quarter. And this was a play that we're going to show a quick video on. If I remember correctly, Katie Nolan had the ball above her head. Mara's behind her, grabs the ball. If it was a still photo, it would be like whistle, held ball. So Mara tumbles her down, not intentionally. Nolan goes down. The official comes in, calls a foul. And then with a little bit of a delay comes in and says, it's going to be an intentional.
Correct.
A double whammy. John put together just a quick video of that particular play. And here it is. Okay, there's Nolan. Rebound. There's the tie-up. Bang. And so she was not hurt, fortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think right there it's two very powerful, strong players.
Yes.
That were fighting for a loose ball, and in real time, and then watching it again several times today. We felt that it was a held ball, that it was just the force of the two players coming together.
Yes.
One player losing her balance, and there's no denying she went to the floor really hard, and we're just glad that she's okay. But we don't get involved in that very often and everything, but we just felt that it would be advantageous for everybody, for the league office, to take a look at it today. And I think the consensus was, and they agreed and spoke to the referees about it, that should have been a held ball, that there was no foul on the play. It was just a very aggressive play with two players coming together. So, but so I was just happy for Maura, because I think she felt bad. She just, was playing hard and trying to make a good basketball play.
Does the league evaluate officials as it goes along, or is the time frame like every month or something like that?
I'm not sure how often they do it. I know they'll, whenever there's a play like that or something a coach will send in, then they'll review it. They'll review it, and then they get with the officials, and they may agree with the officials or not, And so there's a good system in place, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head how often they meet and get together and review their roles.
Yeah. All right, we're going to be back in a moment. We're talking IUP basketball on the women's side with Coach Tom McConnell. We'll talk a little bit more about last night, what's coming up. Clarion is the next game coming up this weekend. And we call it Hawk Talk, and we're coming to you live from the Hilton Garden Inn. And we'll be back with more on U92radio.com and the U92 Facebook page.
The Co-op store has the largest selection of IUP gifts and apparel. The Co-op is always there with its convenient location and hours. The Co-op store has been serving IUP and the Indiana community since 1933, and all profits are returned to the students through campus programs and activities. The Co-op has all your campus needs from the dorm to the classroom. Visit us online at www.iupstore.com.
Everyone, this is Ryan at Four Wheeling for Less, your local ATV and side-by-side dealership. We specialize in buying, selling, and servicing all major makes and models. In our sales department, we offer financing, warranties, and purchase appraisals. Our service department will keep you up and running for your next adventure, and our parts and accessories department can help you find whatever you're looking for. So whether you're looking to buy, sell, trade, or get service work done, visit our website, give us a call, or stop by today.
Hi, this is Zach, and welcome to Gingerbread Man Running Company, proudly located in the heart of Indiana on Philadelphia Street since 2009. We offer the top models from the best brands of running and walking shoes. Stop in today for your free gait analysis from our expertly trained staff. We are happy to help solve any foot or shoe issue you may have. Please visit our website for more information. Gingerbread Man Running. Catch us if you can.
Welcome back, everybody. Jack Benedict with Coach Tom McConnell here, IUP, and we're talking basketball on Hawk Talk, coming to you live from the C.H. Craft Kitchen at the Hilton Garden Inn. Lost last night, 71-59 to Seton Hill for IUP to get back on track with game Clarion. It's a doubleheader on Saturday afternoon. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Back to last night's game. Justina got off to a good start, Mascara, in the first half. Second half, she only had 2 shots. She only took 2 shots. Was that by design or just the way that the game was evolving?
Never, ever by design for Justina to take just two shots in the second half. Yeah, we won her. I like to say to her that she has the green light, and her light is so green, she needs sunglasses to keep the glare away. Yeah, and especially during this time with Courtney being out, she just is a very capable shooter, and so I want her to be more aggressive, and if she has a look, we want her taking it, and and she's just so unselfish, so unselfish. And then as the game went on, give Seton Hill credit, they did a good job of shading to her in their zone and not letting her get a lot of good looks. But that's on us as a staff too, is to be able to create more opportunities for her to shoot the ball. She just every time she lets it go, I just you feel good as a coach and as your team that this is a very confident, very capable scorer.
Well, it was like the Gannon game, the first minute and a half. Deuce, Trey. She had 8 points in a minute and
Right.
a half, that
Right.
quickly. And, you brought it up without Courtney. You can, look for that open shot outside, I guess. Maybe don't be so selfish. Be unselfish.
It's not
That's
really
what
being selfish if you're open.
No, that's
you know
right.
What I mean?
Yeah,
and,
exactly. Yeah.
And it's just a matter of right now, just her now knowing Courtney's not there. You know what I mean? Like a little bit more falls to me. If I get a good look, I've got to be confident. I've got to let that thing fly.
You had an opportunity. Well, tell us a little bit about your new player in Grace Mangapora.
Correct.
And she was from Canfield, Ohio. So she's a volleyball player. And you had you knew about her before, I guess, before she came to IUP?
I did, yeah.
Okay, tell us about that story.
Well,
and how you got her here.
A friend of mine coaches in that area, in the Akron, Cleveland area, and called me after one of their games and said, hey, there's a player she's pretty good. We just played her tonight. She beat us. She had like 20 points, and she's going to IUP, but she's going for volleyball. I said, oh, great.
Yeah, why did you call?
Great. She said, I just thought I'd let you know. And then so over break, Courtney got hurt, and then our team started to go through COVID, and we were practicing with 3 players one day, 5 the next, and so we're going to need some players here. And I think we're going to see a lot of this, Jack. Like men's teams throughout the country, bringing over a football player.
Sure.
When you need somebody and that kind of thing. How many times did we see it in football where this year you heard that the Saints tried to get Drew Brees to come back, and the Colts reached out to Rivers to come back and play.
Or they bring soccer players in to kick.
Absolutely. Yeah. Whatever. And so, reached out to Todd, our athletic director, Todd Garzarelli, and he was very open to the idea, and he reached out to Grace and talked to her and her family, and she was really excited about the opportunity to do it. And she said, I just was telling somebody I really miss playing basketball. And so she came over, and she sacrificed a good portion the last 2 weeks of her break.
Oh, yeah.
And she was one of the 3 or 4 players in the gym working on her skills with us, shooting and that kind of stuff. And you could just see her get better and better and better as she gets more comfortable. She has a good basketball IQ. She's able to pick up our system. We still have moments like in the Gannon game. We have a series of plays that she has learned. In the heat of the battle, one of our point guards called a play with her in the game, and she didn't know that play. That was one of the ones that she hadn't mastered yet. And so we're still work in progress, trying to figure all that stuff out. But just she's delightful. Love coaching her. She works hard. She comes in every day, and she's been very accepting of her role and the timeline that it, in trying to get back, and just wants to help in any way she can.
It was kind of fun the other night too when she made her first appearance. I think she only played a minute, and that was Gannon and all these people. There were like 30. I don't know how many people or more, and it was a horrible weather night.
Yeah,
to go back to Ohio, but they cheered her on. Now you used her for 4 or 5 minutes or whatever it was
last night. Yeah,
last night she had 4 points for you. You said about progression. She looks a little more comfortable in only 2 games. So how can she help this team?
Well, I think as we get to know her and evaluate her, you can see that I think her strength is that she's a very good catch and shoot player. And so last night it just made a lot of sense against a team that played 40 minutes of zone. To put her in, and against the zone you really don't have to learn a lot of plays or set patterns. It's more concepts and spacing, and and so it's a little bit easier against the zone than it is maybe against a man-to-man defense. So I love the reaction of our bench when she hit the corner 3. Jerovic got fouled, made 1 of 2 free throws, so she's working hard and getting better, and we're glad that she's out there with us right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, you need bodies. I know I've talked to Coach Joe about it, talked to you about it, and what maybe people don't realize, what they don't see, practices. Now, fortunately, you were looking for bodies. You have two former players as your assistant coaches, though.
And we did
Cam
do
and
that.
Lexi.
We did do that when we were down to before the big upper. We were down to 8 players at practice, and so Coach Cam and Coach Lexi both jumped in there to make 10, and they were great practices. The coaches loved it.
I bet they loved it.
They loved it. And the players loved going against them. I mean, it was very competitive, and it made for some good workouts.
Yeah, the players think, I'm going to see how good you really are.
Yeah,
or were.
Yeah, and they loved challenging each other. It was really great. And then we got hit with the big breakout, and it just kind of put everything on pause for 2 weeks.
Well, we're going to be on pause for just a second here, come back with the coach, and we'll talk about the next opponent, the Golden Eagles of Clarion, the Saturday afternoon game coming up. We'll have that big doubleheader for you, and we'll be back with Coach McConnell in just a moment, and more Hawk Talk, and coming your way live from the Hilton Garden Inn on U92Radio.com and U92 Facebook page.
The Co-op store has the largest selection of IUP gifts and apparel. The Co-op is always there with its convenient location and hours. The Co-op store has been serving IUP and the Indiana community since 1933, and all profits are returned to the students through campus programs and activities. The Co-op has all your campus needs from the dorm to the classroom. Visit us online at www.iupstore.com.
Everyone, this is Ryan at Four Wheeling for Less, your local ATV and side-by-side dealership. We specialize in buying, selling, and servicing all major makes and models. In our sales department, we offer financing, warranties, and purchase appraisals. Our service department will keep you up and running for your next adventure, and our parts and accessories department can help you find whatever you're looking for. So whether you're looking to buy, sell, trade, or get service work done, visit our website, or give us a call, or stop by today.
Hi, this is Zach, and welcome to Gingerbread Man Running Company, proudly located in the heart of Indiana on Philadelphia Street since 2009. We offer the top models from the best brands of running and walking shoes. Stop in today for your free gait analysis from our expertly trained staff. We are happy to help solve any foot or shoe issue you may have. Please visit our website for more information. Gingerbread Man Running. Catch us if you can.
We're back here with another segment of Hawk Talk, coming to you live from the Hilton Garden Inn. Jack Benedict with Coach Tom McConnell. This week it's Clarion. Next up, the Golden Eagles. They going to give you some numbers here. 3-12 on the year. They're 2-8 in the conference. I look, Coach, I see that they've beaten Millersville. They beat Penn State, Shenango, and they won at IUP. Tell us about this team. I also have notes here that they gave the Rock, Mercyhurst, and Seton Hill pretty good battles too.
Yeah, it's a good team. You know, they're young. They won some, as you mentioned, those 3 games. But they most games they have really have gone down to the wire. Just you mentioned their overtime win at UPJ, but Slippery Rock was a 3-point game. Mercyhurst was single digits. Very good guards that can shoot the ball. They're going to put 4 players on the court that can really score the basketball. So we got to do a good job of guarding the 3-point line. And one of the things, I think that we're looking forward to is a coach, you like to have a rhythm, and you love the rhythm of the PSAC. And normally this time of year, it's Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, and you get into a rhythm. But I think this next stretch, we play Saturday. We'll practice Friday. We play Saturday. Because we play Monday, we'll practice again Sunday. And then we play again next Wednesday. We'll practice Tuesday. So we will go 6 straight days of practice, play, practice, play. And I think that's going to be good for us.
Because you were off for so long?
Yeah, I think it is. You know what I mean? I don't know how it's going to look on the court, but I really anticipate, practice, play, practice, play, practice, play, to really be a good thing for us because we're playing now, and we need to get that rhythm, the timing, and it's all about habits, And when you're off that long, you don't have the habits that you normally have that you're trying to create. So I just think, a week from now, next Thursday, when we have played 3 more games and we've practiced every day, I think we're going to hopefully find a chemistry and rhythm and create those habits again that we've that all good teams need.
I'm going to mention a couple of players here that I just looked up briefly and saw. Sierra Bermudez, freshman, 5'9", from Newman Goretti, and they're always in the championship out east. And she averages 16.3, and Corey Santoro averages 13.7. She is also a freshman from Bellevue. So is that their strength? In fact, we talked about them being young, but here they are both in double digits.
Both can shoot the ball. Both can. We watched them today on video and got our first look at them, and just very explosive players, very capable scorers, but they can also put it on the deck, get to the rim, and score. So it's a big challenge for our team, and especially coming off last night, we playing a team that really was good at driving the ball. So it's just a good challenge for us to be able to play good, solid man defense tomorrow.
It was fun playing up there, and it's been 2 years. We talk about a lost year, but they have the new facility now, and I know that doesn't make as big a difference for you as it did for us, being in that press box, which was made years ago for reporting wrestling. But now we got a chance to look at you up close, and I don't know, what was the feel like? Can you remember playing in there?
Oh, it was great. They did a really good job.
Well, we played in the recreation center there, didn't we?
We did, but we've been in a new place one time.
We've been in the new place,
one time, yeah. I hope I have that right, because we did. We played in the rec center one year, and then we played the last time we were there. It was open. We played at it. Yeah, beautiful facility. They really did a good job with it, and I just you could just see, Mercyhurst has a new place, and so there's a lot of good venues.
Well, once you see where I am and where you have to be for a post-game show is in the rafters, but we'll talk about that later. I do remember about the new place, and it touches me because...
That's right. I know what you're going to say. It was a great day for us, too.
The whole team came over and sang happy birthday to me.
Yeah,
and that was a total surprise, and I'll always remember
something we'll never forget either. That was a special day.
That was really fun. Well, the challenges are here for the coaches and for the players, just as you described it. I looked at my calendar today and said, we have X number of days here. We're playing here, here, and here, and I'm not even talking about practices.
Right.
Which it's a real tough job preparing this year, more than playing probably.
Yeah, it's the players have to do a good job paying attention with the film work. Because like we'll play on Saturday. Sunday we can't do a lot on the floor. We'll do some because you turn around and play Monday. So it depends a lot, one, on your habits, and then two, your film work of really educating them on the other team's system and their personnel, their strengths, weaknesses, and so it makes for an interesting time.
Well, let's keep everybody healthy. Let's try to do that sort of thing, and we'll look for Courtney coming back later on. But in the meantime, I'm sure the players, it's the old, next person up, step up, that sort of deal. That's all you can do.
No, absolutely. It's it's one of those times you just, as a coach, as a leader, where you help your team navigate through. A challenge,
a difficult time.
And so that's kind of where we find ourselves right now. And I like the way they're preparing and the way they're working. And I told them, let's just keep believing, keep fighting, keep working every day. And I keep just using this as an analogy. You know what I mean? We're not where we want to be right now, but come mid-February, if we keep working, we keep believing, we keep getting the gym and creating good habits and keep learning each day, stay together, good things will happen.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Coach, good luck. We'll see you Saturday at what is now the John Calipari
Did not know that. Did not know that. Beautiful.
Coach Lombardi will know about that too. But yeah,
that's great. I love that.
Yeah, they did a dedication there, I guess, last year.
Beautiful.
Yeah, good.
Beautiful.
Thanks very much for joining us.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Coach
Jack.
Tom McConnell, and at 1 o'clock is tip-off, and we'll be on there at 12:45 Saturday with the game, and we hope that you'll be along. And it appears that we're going to have a decent day for travel, and it's not that far to Clarion. Now, we've had some bad weather days up there, but hopefully this week it'll be a good one. We'll be back in a moment, and we'll turn the page and talk with Coach Joe Lombardi about the men's basketball team, and we'll do that in a moment. We call it Hawk Talk. We're coming to you live from the C.H. Craft Kitchen here at the Hilton Garden Inn, and we'll be back right after we take this time out.
The Co-op store has the largest selection of IUP gifts and apparel. The Co-op is always there with its convenient location and hours. The Co-op store has been serving IUP and the Indiana community since 1933, and all profits are returned to the students through campus programs and activities. The Co-op has all your campus needs from the dorm to the classroom. Visit us online at www.iupstore.com.
Everyone, this is Ryan at Four Wheeling for Less, your local ATV and side-by-side dealership. We specialize in buying, selling, and servicing all major makes and models. In our sales department, we offer financing, warranties, and purchase appraisals. Our service department will keep you up and running for your next adventure, and our parts and accessories department can help you find whatever you're looking for. So whether you're looking to buy, sell, trade, or get service work done, visit our website, or give us a call, or stop by today.
Hi, this is Zach, and welcome to Gingerbread Man Running Company, proudly located in the heart of Indiana on Philadelphia Street since 2009. We offer the top models from the best brands of running and walking shoes. Stop in today for your free gait analysis from our expertly trained staff. We are happy to help solve any foot or shoe issue you may have. Please visit our website for more information. Gingerbread Man Running. Catch us if you can.
I'm with the voice of the IUP Crimson Hawks, Jack Benedict. And Jack, finally, you will be back in the booth broadcasting the Hawks. How good does that feel?
Mark, I'll tell you what, I can't wait. It is about time that I get back there.
And we'd like to invite your business to join our Hawks Booster Club.
That's right, back the best, the IUP Crimson Hawks, and help us sponsor the games for thousands of listeners on air and online. Check out the Crimson Hawks Sports Booster Plan, which is attached.
Welcome back, everybody. We're at Hawk Talk, and we're coming to you live from the C.H. Craft Kitchen here at the Hilton Garden Inn. This is Jack Benedict with you. Thanks to Coach McConnell. We have Coach Joe Lombardi here, so we turned the page and turned it over to IUP men's basketball now. Coach, good to have you along here today. I just saw you, I think, didn't it? It wasn't too long ago, was it?
Less than 24 hours.
Less than 24 hours, yeah.
Good to be here. Good to be back on Hawk Talk, and after taking a couple-week hiatus.
Yeah.
And,
we've got
good part of the year.
Good part of the year. We're rolling now. Hopefully, we'll be rolling. Let me bring the fans up to date. Those maybe don't follow it as closely. The team is 14-1, 8-1 in the conference, tied for first, and a couple of polls, number 6 and number 4, depending which one you're looking at, and they've won 5 in a row. We talked on a post game last night, and for maybe the fans that didn't hear the game or hear our interview, but I said 100 to 60 last evening, and it was 16-0 before you blinked your eyes. And there were just a lot of good things that you guys did last night. And we knew that Seton Hill had won only one game, but never expected anything like this. What did you think?
I don't want to say I definitely wasn't surprised, because I know what our guys are capable when they're focused and things like that. But they just came out and really played with an edge and really guarded, and I think we sped Seton Hill up, and they never let them get comfortable. they took some tough shots, and then they had a couple good looks, and they didn't make those. And I just think we like to say when you play somebody that's an underdog like that, you give them doubt or you give them hope. Okay, and we gave them a lot of doubt early on. They came in thinking, this is going to be our night, I'm sure, and we're going to pull this upset. And you got to kind of let them know that we're not going to. If you're going to do it, it's not going to be easy. We're ready to play too. So the guys were ready to play. I was real pleased with that. Tommy didn't play. He's having some trouble with his knee. It'll be got an MRI scheduled. It's just hard to say. I'm not sure. Tendonitis. He's got some different pains in it. So we're just going to be supportive of him, and just take it day by day, and we'll see where it ends up, him playing. But Tamawa ended up starting and gave us great energy defensively, and kind of, when you have a guy like Tamawa, it's contagious across the board to the other guys, and so now you got him and Kyle, who are two guys that just really get after it on the defensive end and are really good at it, and they pull the other guys along with it, and that was the key to the good start.
Yeah, and what was amazing, the fact, and you touched upon it, that Tommy didn't play. Shondell, we know his story, and Bryce Radford. What is the latest on him? You told me, I think last night, that he's out of the boot now for the ankle.
Yeah, he's out of the boot. I think early February.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's 3 weeks in, so it was a 6-week deal. So we'll see. You got to try to stay in shape and see if you can come in and compliment and try to help us. And some other guys are growing in their roles and getting some opportunities. So we're just going to try to focus on the guys that we have tomorrow in practice, okay, and in the game on Saturday, and keep moving forward like that.
I'm going to break it down a little bit, player by player. We can talk about it because the fans haven't heard from us for a while. So
Sure.
Let me start with Ethan Porterfield, who has just been fabulous. I even looked, even the numbers blew me away after I saw it, that he's shooting almost 55% from 3 points, and he's leading the league. And here's a big man.
Yeah,
who is just unbelievable. John had a clip of one of the. Here we go. Here we go. Wide open. And
nice pass by Armani. And
Armani, it's just like, why can't they defend this? But I'm glad they don't. But Armani makes his move. Here's Ethan out here, and he can hit from about anywhere. When you were recruiting him, and you knew about this player and his size and all that sort of thing, did it kind of blow you away that Ethan could shoot like that?
Yeah, one of the things was that was attractive about him is his ability to shoot the basketball. So it doesn't come as a total shock, but to shoot 55%, we've never had a player do that, and it's not a small sample size either. I mean, he's averaging, I think, over 2 a game made. And I don't know how the NCAA keeps the stats. I don't know if you need 2.5 a game or made in order.
Know.
But if it's 2.0, he might be leading the country in 3-point field goals percentage. That's incredible for a 5-man. So he's a weapon. He makes it hard. You got to decide whether you're, when he sets screens. Ball screens, you got to, defense has to make a decision. How much am I helping on the ball screen, and how much am I getting back to guarding him? And so it's been a good part of our offense, and I think it's not like a fluke, like just one game he went off on one game. Okay, he's been pretty consistent throughout the whole year.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you look on the defensive side, he's kind of a different type of intimidator. I mean, he can block shots, but he's not that high rise guy. But he manages to get the job done.
Yeah, he adjusts some shots. He'll adjust some shots around the rim, and he's got to get better at defending ball screens himself. Okay, getting out on the perimeter, way out there, and moving his feet. He's continuing to improve on that, and it's an area he's got to get better at. But he does adjust some shots around the rim, and he gets his share of blocks too.
All right, I'm going to bring up the freshman from Harlem, New York, and Dallas Dillard, who wasn't even supposed to play this year, I guess. You had him as a redshirt freshman, and then things happened, and you needed a guard, and you needed somebody, and wow, what a game he had. 7 for 7, 5 for 5 from 3. John put a clip of that, too. Here's one that he hit front of the Seton Hill bench. There you go. And talk about consistency. He had it last night. But you can see in what you've used him now in games that he is improving, and it looks like he's getting more comfortable.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it. Just getting comfortable, especially jumping in halfway through the season. When we recruited him, we thought he could be a good shooter. He's putting more time into it. Needs to continue to work at it like that. And the other thing he does is he can get by people and gets into the paint and can make some plays. So we like what he's bringing right now defensively. He can be a good defender. He's got to keep learning on how to do some things on the defensive end. But it was a nice confidence builder for him last night.
And I would think, the guys that have been around for a while, like Armandi, are going to help him along here. Hey, listen, we're going to give you tips along the way. I hope that happens anyway,
Yeah.
From veteran player to the youngster.
Yeah. Armandi's done a good job with him, and David have tried to groom him and bring him along, especially lately when they know that it's important, that we need him and that he has to be ready to respond in games like that.
I'm going to bring up a young man. We've talked about all these guys, but just for the fans, maybe Kyle Pulse, who is starting to become a scorer here of sorts. He's looking to shoot. I'm sure you'd like guys to look for the shots, but again, you talk about gaining confidence. Now, he gives you. I mentioned Greg Barrer last night and Joe Rocco, as far as the way they played and how they contributed to a team. This guy does
Those are good comparisons.
But Kyle is now coming along. It's like, we're going to have to cover this guy.
Yeah, he's starting to also made 2 for 2 against Mercyhurst and a couple big threes early in the game out there. And then has progressed. He's always been a good shooter, but again, he's getting more confident in that, okay? His big value is on the defensive end, though. He puts great pressure on the ball, active hands, is in good position. He's disruptive on the defensive end. And he's just the most unselfish kid you could ever want to coach. He just keeps, just wants to win and just gets just as happy as teammates scoring as he does. And so I love the culture that he brings. He brings his own culture to the program, and hopefully we're putting layers on that.
Did you see the defensive side of him when you were, recruiting him? And
Not really. We saw the athleticism, but we didn't see the, I talk about guys having a quick twitch, physical movement, okay? Some guys do that. They can react and move their bodies quick, and Kyle's one of those, but he also has a quick twitch. Huh?
Yeah, say it.
Quick twitch mind, okay?
Wow, you're making it tough on me.
Yeah. Where, there's a saying that some guys see things before they happen. Some see them when they happen. Some guys say, what happened?
Anticipate. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And we probably know people like that in all walks of life. And Kyle can just see things ahead of time and has good reactions along those ways. So that's a nice combination to allow him to be successful as he is on the defensive end.
All right, we'll be back with more of IUP basketball. Coach Joe Lombardi here with us for the next 15 minutes or so. By the way, we have Penguins hockey coming up following this show on U92.5, so stay with us. We'll be back with more from the C.H. Craft Kitchen at the Hilton Garden Inn. Hawk Talk with the coach right after we take this time out.
The Co-op store has the largest selection of IUP gifts and apparel. The Co-op is always there with its convenient location and hours. The Co-op store has been serving IUP and the Indiana community since 1933, and all profits are returned to the students through campus programs and activities. The Co-op has all your campus needs from the dorm to the classroom. Visit us online at www.iupstore.com.
Hey everyone, this is Ryan at Four Wheeling for Less, your local ATV and side-by-side dealership. We specialize in buying, selling, and servicing all major makes and models. In our sales department, we offer financing, warranties, and purchase appraisals. Our service department will keep you up and running for your next adventure, and our parts and accessories department can help you find whatever you're looking for. So whether you're looking to buy, sell, trade, or get service work done, visit our website, or give us a call, or stop by today.
Hi, this is Zach, and welcome to Gingerbread Man Running Company, proudly located in the heart of Indiana on Philadelphia Street since 2009. We offer the top models from the best brands of running and walking shoes. Stop in today for your free gait analysis from our expertly trained staff. We are happy to help solve any foot or shoe issue you may have. Please visit our website for more information. Gingerbread Man Running. Catch us if you can.
And welcome back, everyone. Last segment here of Hawk Talk with Coach Joe Lombardi, the IUP Crimson Hawks, 14-1 on the year, 8-1 in the West Side with UPJ right now. Let me go to. We were talking about different players. Let me first of all talk about Armandi. We broke down some of the players individually, and Armandi Foster. I'm going to give numbers here for the fans that love numbers. Averaging 20 a game, 6.5 rebounds, about 6.5 assists a game. He is now number 24 in the all-time list. Yancey Taylor is next, a great player that I got a chance to see for 3 years. And he's playing almost 36 minutes, or at least 36 minutes. I know you'd like to give him a rest from time to time, but right now with Radford out and the situation with the guards, how are you looking at that?
Well, we talked about it today, actually. You know, I don't want to take him out just to take him out, to say, okay, I'm taking him out. But I did tell him that, and I think it's affecting his shooting some from three-point land. Your legs get tired. I told him, each half he has to figure out when there's a good time, and even if it's just a minute, and then put himself back in. But sometimes you just have to avoid, how I want to say, getting burnt out. Okay, it's not at that point you may not need the rest, but if you don't take one, then you can get burnt out at the end of the halves.
Yeah.
So, that's why we're working. 26-6. I don't know if anybody in the country's has that. I don't know if there's another player in the country that has 20 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. So he's in a unique class by his own with those types of numbers, if you're in the numbers. But the number I like to talk about the most is what his record's been over the last 3 years. So 58-5, whatever. Ends up being 70-6, Jack.
It's outstanding.
Yeah, 70-6. So that's the biggest tribute to Armani, and because he impacts the game in so many ways.
If he starts hitting that tray a little more often, it's hard to say what can come about because he does so many other things, and it doesn't seem like he wears out. He's pretty durable.
Yeah, he's got good stamina. Mm-hmm. He's got good stamina. It's I say on a scale of 1 to 10, he's like an 8 with that. Okay. He's also, he's capable of even being a better defender than he is and really dogging the ball. But we got some other guys to do that. Okay. I can't ask him to play the minutes that he's playing and get up into the ball every second and stuff like that. So, sometimes he picks and chooses, and I'm okay with that. It's all about, different guys have to, as a coach, you say, well, we're going to go all out every play of the game. Well, that's fine, but you better be playing 9, 10 guys, and no one better be playing over 25, 26 minutes. Mm-hmm. So because we need him to play more than that, then you got to make concessions somewhere.
Well, it's nice that you got some minutes for Uzi.
Yeah.
If I remember, he had 8 rebounds in like 16 minutes or whatever. Had a beautiful dunk.
Yeah.
How in what ways can he contribute? We know with his size, which is obvious, but where do you have to pick and choose certain games where you can use him?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's games where there's 5 out on the perimeter a lot more, and that's not really conducive to him. Mm-hmm. He really helps us out in games where there's some bigger bodies, there's some more size out there. I think that's part of it. But he's doing a good job. He's got a role to play, and he's ready to play that role, and when we need him. And so I'm pleased with how he's contributed to the success of the team up to this point.
Yeah. Let's talk about Clarion, the opposition here that's next up. And Clarion's in with a 6-7 record. They're 2-6. Now they lost to UPJ 78-72. They lost to Cal 75-67. They've been in some games. I got an opportunity actually to do one game last year. We streamed it thanks to our buddy Rick Miller and company that put it all together. So they kept my streak alive, at least a game a year, And I was impressed by some of those young players that they had at that time. This Jarman, who is now a sophomore, is a pretty good-looking guard.
Yeah, he can really score the ball at all three levels. He gets to the bucket, he shoots threes, he can pull up off the dribble. Just really explosive. They got a number of guys that I think they got three guys. They got three guys that score the ball that is probably match up with any three scorers in the league. So it's a team that's can get it going, and we have to try to stem their confidence early on. Or it's going to be a long night.
Well, the other player that I was impressed with then, and he's a grad student now, is Lawrence Lemon, averaging almost 12 a game and 6 rebounds. But the guy I didn't see that they brought along is the kid from Atlanta, Connor Farrell. He had 30 points against UPJ. How does he help this team?
Yeah, he looked like Brandon Norfleet, I'm going to say, compared to our listeners, and against UPJ.
Wow, that's a pretty good comparison.
He hasn't done that every night, but he's a good player. But he was scoring on turnarounds and step back threes and just really got it going. So it's going to be a good challenge for our defense again to make to keep these guys in check, and they got good quickness to go along with their shooting acumen, and it'll take a good team effort.
One of the fans wanted me to ask you is how do you keep them focused on Clarion with the UPJ game that's coming up the first of next week? And there's so many games in so few days that I don't know how you keep this all in perspective.
Well, you first of all, you got to work at it as a coach. You got to try to find the right things to say and say the right things. I mean, I don't know if they're looking at UPJ, Jack, necessarily as a battle for the top, although UPJ certainly challenging for the top of the league. Okay, I don't think we got a pretty good group, and they showed it yesterday. I think of just taking having gratitude for the game at hand and being able to play that game. Who knows if we played a UPJ game?
That's true.
Gannon and Slippy Rock canceled last night, so Slippy Rock's now 5 games behind. They've now missed 5 games, due to COVID. And, they're going to really be jammed in the last few weeks of the season. So, so we're just going to be grateful for the game at hand and play that game and really try to play to the standard. I told the guys that, the standard, you hear the phrase, the standard is the standard. And it's not so much performance, it's more effort and attitude. Okay, and if they bring effort and attitude, which they brought last night, a lot of times the performance takes care of itself. But you can't. I don't like framing the standard as like we got to play to a certain level. No. Sometimes you think you control that, but you can't. You don't always control that level that you play at. You can control your effort and your attitude. So that's our focus on every game.
Tony Caccagna and I talked about this. We talk about it a lot, of course, but we talk about this. What if the league? What if we run out of days? Here's Slippery Rock, 5 games back. Do they come to think, okay, do we go with 1-loss record? How do they establish?
Well, there's a
criteria.
I think they had a formula, Jack, but I didn't pay a lot of attention to it because it doesn't matter if I understand the formula right now or not.
I probably wouldn't believe it.
I mean, I just got to again be concerned with what I can control, and is that getting the guys ready every day for the next game. And I mean. Now, they're going to have to cram them in. I mean, you might end up playing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. 4 games a week, 5 games a week. You got to, they're going to ask people to play all the games. Monday, Tuesday, take Wednesday off. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I don't know how they get 5 games in a week, but they certainly laid out a discussion where they'll be playing 4 games a week. So the last 3-4 weeks of the season, instead of playing 2 games. they'll be having 4 games a week. And
So, like this week, Coach McConnell had mentioned you play Saturday, you can practice Sunday, right?
yeah,
And then you come right back on Monday.
right.
Yeah. So, how strenuous is Sunday's practice? I mean, is it cerebral? Is it physical? Is it?
Well, we'll put tape on them, but we probably won't. I wouldn't think we'd do anything full court. That kind of saves their legs a little bit. But you go into half court, and we'll probably be an hour and mainly focus on our defense and what we got to do mentally and what habits we have to have and what reaction we have to have, and so they can anticipate some things that UPJ does, and we'll already have. There's not a big need to work on our offense. UPJ plays a lot of man, and Seton Hill did, and Clarion does, and so you kind of have you have your own stuff, like say in your pockets, and you got to kind of that time on Monday will be focused on what we have to do for them.
I'm going to wrap it up here, but we have the Penguins coming up after our show. But I want if you would mention your coaches, Ron Fidella and John DeGroat, who work with you, and I see it behind the scenes when I come over and interviewing you, and when we get together, and they're and what they do on the road and so on.
Yeah.
It's a heck of a job, but you gotta love it to do it.
Yeah, you gotta love it. It's like we say about basketball players: some like it, some love it, some live it. Okay. John's new in the business and he's doing a good job. Okay, but he's only been in the business a couple months. Ronnie's a little bit more seasoned right now, especially being with us 4 years. Ronnie lives it. He just lives it. He lives it for the kids. He's in it for all the right reasons. He cares just as much he cares more about the kids than he does about winning. But he's trying to help them all develop and reach their goals. And in a lot of ways, it's Ronnie's program. I just kind of the figurehead, Jack. To be honest with you,
I know.
I don't want to get political, but it might be. No, I'm not going to go there. Okay.
I keep hearing you on the bus going, Ronnie.
Yeah, Ronnie takes care of this. He takes care of that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little things that go into running a successful program, and I'm just glad he's high energy because he's an incredible blessing for me to be able to run a program like this at a high level and to have someone do so much of the work and have the energy to do that. So we're blessed to have both of those guys.
Yeah, we are. Coach, thanks a lot for your time, and we'll see you at Clarion as we have basketball for you Saturday, a doubleheader, 1 o'clock for the ladies, 3 o'clock for the guys, and we'll just keep trying to play and keep rolling along.
Excited and blessed to have the opportunities.
You bet.
And hope we can continue rolling. Thanks, Jack.
Coach Joe Lombardi, Hawk Talk, brought to you here, and we'll tell you the next time we'll be around, but stay tuned. We'll keep you informed. Penguins hockey is coming up. I want to thank Danielle Pisarczyk, who is our studio engineer, and thanks to John Smathers here, who keeps us going here at the Hilton Garden Inn. For Coach Lombardi, for Coach McConnell, Jack Benedict, we bid you a very pleasant good evening.